In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to crochet this cute baby toy. It's stacking rings in all the colors of the rainbow. And here are the materials you're going to need: a 4mm crochet hook, a purple worsted weight yarn, a blue, a green, a yellow, an orange, a red, and a white worsted weight yarn. So there are 6 individual rings and they each get bigger as they go along. And then for the stand, I just did a crochet cylinder that gets pointy at the end, and then just a solid granny square base. So let's get started. And if you have any questions about this pattern, just leave them down below and I will get right back to you.
Hi, and welcome back to Simply Made by Hand. If you enjoy this content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Today I'm going to start by showing you how to do the rings. So, quick explanation on the rings. I'm going to show you how to do one of them, and then for the rest of them, it is repeated. The steps are repeated. You just make a bigger starting chain. So I will go through how to make the smallest one, and then I will tell you how many chains you need to start each of these, and how many rows per ring. You can do your rings in any color you want. I just thought, since I had some leftovers of each color in a rainbow formation, I would just do the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple colors, but you can do whatever you want. So begin with a slip knot and start with a chain of 25. Now you're going to make sure your chain is completely straight. Then you're going to slip stitch to your very first chain to form a large ring. Now you're going to make 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. And at the end of this round, you should be left with 25 single crochets, since we will be working into every single chain. At the end of the round, I just slip stitched to my first stitch. Now, like I said, all these rounds are exactly the same for each ring, just your starting chain is going to be different for each of them. So right now we're making the smallest. You're going to chain 1, make 1 single crochet in that first stitch, and then 2 in the next. Repeat this all the way around. 1 single crochet, then 2 in the next. I'll meet you at the end of this round. Should end with just 1 single crochet and then slip stitch to your first stitch and chain 1. So the next 10 rounds are going to be exactly the same. You're just going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch in your round. So just 1 single crochet in every stitch for 10 rounds, and then I will show you what to do next. So do those 10 rounds and I will see you at the end. So I'm trying to keep this video short and to the point. So I'm not going to show you every single round, or else you would sit here for like an hour watching me crochet each ring. So just to simplify things, I'm going to give you the next instructions. So you're going to make, after your 10 rounds, you're going to make 1 single crochet in that first stitch, and then a decrease between the next 2 stitches. A single crochet, then a decrease. You're going to repeat this all the way around. Then you're going to put a single crochet in your last stitch, slip stitch to your first stitch, and chain 1. For your very last round, you're just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way. After you finish that round, you're going to cut your yarn and fasten off and leave a nice long tail. Then all you're going to do is fold your work in half this way. Stuff it as you go along and just sew both edges together to form a ring. And this is the size for your first ring. Now let's go through the starting chains for your next rings. So you chain 25 for this one. So we're just going up 5 at a time. So this one will have 30 chains. So chain 30 to start this one. Chain 35 for this one. 40, 45, and 50. And those are the sizes for your rings, and all the rings have the same rounds throughout. You're just increasing your stitch count. So you're gonna continue the same pattern on each donut or ring. So you start by making a single crochet round, you do a single crochet increase for the second round, 10 rounds of just single crochet. Then for your next round, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. Then you're gonna make 1 last round of single crochets, cut your yarn, fasten off, leave a nice long tail so you can sew it all together, and make sure you stuff it full or it won't be stiff. So that's all there is to know for the rings. Let's move on to the base. Your base is going to have a lot of repeat rounds, so the instructions for this base are not very hard. So you're going to begin with a magic circle, chain 1 and make 6 single crochet into your magic circle. Pull your tail tight and slip stitch to your first stitch. Now you're going to chain 1 and increase all your stitches. So basically what that means is you're just going to put 2 single crochet in every stitch around. Now you're going to continue and make 2 rounds of just single crochets. So make 1 single crochet in each stitch for 2 rounds. Now you're going to make 2 rounds of just 1 single crochet in each stitch, slip stitch to your first stitch at the end of the round, and chain 1 at the beginning. Then after that, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the first 2, then an increase, 1 single crochet in the next 2, then an increase all the way around. And then for the next 30 rounds, all you're going to do is put 1 single crochet in each stitch, slip stitch at the end of your round, and chain 1. If that is not a long enough pull for you, you can just keep adding single crochet rows. So I will quickly give you the measurements on my base, and then you can figure out how long you want yours. Now here are my base measurements. My base is 7 inches down, and that is long enough to hold all the rings, and there is still a little bit extra at the top. So I just keep going until you have about 7 inches, and then I will show you how to do the rest. After you have 7 inches, you're going to make 1 single crochet in the back loop of each stitch all the way around. Then you're going to make 1 single crochet, increase, 1 single crochet, increase, all the way around, slip stitch to your first stitch, and then your next 5 rounds are just 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Those 6 rounds, and then I will show you how to do the bottom of your pole. The bottom of this is very simple. So you're just going to, after you finish your white, cut your yarn, fasten off, and then you're going to join with a new color. And you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then in your next space, 2 double crochets. I folded my edge over a little bit, so I'm not working into actual stitches. I'm working into a flap all the way around. I like this design. It gives it a nice, like, edge looking, very circular. So you're going to do your 2 double crochets, chain 2, move into the next space, 2 double crochets. then 2 half double crochets, 3 single crochets, then 2 half double crochets, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. You're going to repeat that all the way around. 2 half doubles, 3 singles, 2 half doubles, 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles, and repeat that all the way around and slip stitch to your first stitch. Now for your next round, all you're going to do, you're going to chain 1 to start your round, put a double crochet in that first stitch, then a double crochet in every stitch till you get to your corner. In your corner, you're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Then you're going to double crochet all the way down the row till you get to your corner, 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. You're going to repeat that all the way around, and at the end of the round, you're going to slip stitch your first stitch, cut your yarn, and fasten off. And that is it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions at all about this pattern or any other pattern, leave them down below and I will get back to you as quickly as possible. And if you like tutorials like this, please sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.